Hi, it's Amanda, the Nail Polish Hound, and welcome to this rewind for what I've worn from my spring nail polish rack. And I have actually worn all of the polishes, so I'm wrapping this one up early. First one that I had on my rack was Missoura's Black Little Grains, and I wore this one on my Easter manicure and absolutely loved it. And the next one, which is in my project polish but was also in my rollovers, was Unicornucopia by Polish Me Royalty. And I wore this one a number of times over polishes that were on my spring nail polish rack and over others. So here's a few of the polishes that I wore it over. I'm not going to include all of the manicures that I wore this over, but I often add it as a topper on the second or third day of wearing a polish. So on to my old favourites. The first one was Daisy Jane by ILMP. I really love this delicate pink polish and with that very, very fine holographic shimmer in it as well. Sadly discontinued. I have looked to try and buy a backup bottle, but they are not available. And I really enjoyed wearing this one again. Next we had Caitlin by Zoya, and I love this sort of purpley greyish colour. It really suits my skin tone. I enjoyed wearing this one again. I wore it one day and then I added one of the other polishes in my spring nail polish rack. Unfortunately forgot to take a picture of that one, but we'll come to that later. So here we have Caitlin in two coats. The next one was Cherry Blossom by OPI, and I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with this polish. I do love the colour, I especially love the colour in the bottle, but when you put it on your nails it comes across a bit darker, and it's a difficult one to get evenly distributed across your nails, with some nails sometimes ending up looking lighter than others. But I managed to get a nice manicure out of it this time, and lots of compliments on this one, so I am going to be keeping it. Then as OPI's This Cost Me a Mint, and I had used this one in a manicure that I showed you in the intro video. So here's that manicure again. Next we had China Glazes for Audrey, and this is my old bottle, and when I used this I did find that the formula had gone off a bit, so I have since purchased a new bottle of this, and here's what it looked like on my nails. Then we have Elderberry by Barry M. This is probably my favourite dusty pale blue, and I use this one as a base for a recent When Colours Collide manicure. I also used it as a base for one of the other polishes coming up later in this video. So here's that When Colours Collide manicure in both glossy and matte finish. Next we have Coral Chaser by Hollow Taco. I absolutely adore this polish, so the minute we had a really summery day I popped this one onto my nails and enjoyed wearing this one for about, I think it was 3 days. It's a problem with polishes like this, once you get them on your nails you don't want to take them off. Next we've got another Hollow Taco. This is one of the unicorn skins. It's the Aurora unicorn skin, and I've got a couple of these. I really want to get the rest of them next time I make an order from Hollow Taco. They behave impeccably. The flakies are so beautifully flat on the nail and they're extremely easy to remove. So I use this over the top of Verbena, which is starting to get gloopy and the finish isn't great, so putting a topper like this over the top of it does hide that nicely. I also layered it over the top of OPI's Cherry Blossom with a scattered holographic, and I loved the finish that I got with this combination. Next we had Cuccio's Blissed Out. I find this topper a bit difficult to wear. It's sometimes very overpowering and far too blingy for my tastes. but I used it over the top of Barry M's Mushroom for this manicure that I did for Glam's nail polish challenge for May, and the challenge was lace, and I thought it looked really pretty just to give an extra dimension to this manicure. So then we're moving on to the polishes that I hadn't ever worn as a full manicure. I might have swatched some of these on 4nails and posted a picture on Instagram, but I'd never worn them as a complete manicure. The first one was actually brand new to my collection. It's Cotton Candy by Missoura, and this one's a little bit more bubblegum pink than I thought it was going to be. Again, some lovely flakies in it. I'm on a bit of a flaky kick at the moment. And it looks very, very pretty in the bottle, but on the nails a little bit more bubblegum pink than I was hoping for, and not entirely sure I like it against my skin tone, but I'm going to wear this one more time when I have a bit more of a tan and see if I like it then. Then we have Blissful by Night Owl Lacquer, and this one's got a beautiful shimmer in it. And that shimmer does translate to the nail. It's very, very pretty indeed. And again, I thoroughly enjoyed wearing this polish. It's definitely staying in my collection. Then we had Holographic Rocket by Barry M, and I really love this collection of molten metal nail polishes. The holographic finish in these is a little bit more subdued than in some other polishes, but I really like it, and it does still really glow in the sun. So here's Holographic Rocket on my nails. Next is Pamela by Ada's Nails, and this is a green with multi-chrome flakies in it. Unfortunately, I didn't realise how sheer this polish was when I used it, so I ended up having to put 4 coats on my nails to make it opaque. You then end up with the flakies being a bit overcrowded for my liking. I do love this polish though, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it, and in future I'm going to do just 2 coats of this over the top of a mint green base. And in fact, I have tried it out with this Cost Me a Mint by OPI, and that works nicely. Next was KB Shimmer's Say It Ain't Cilantro, and this had been used in that manicure that I showed you at the beginning with OPI's It Cost Me a Mint, but I loved it so much I immediately put it straight onto my nails and I wore it as a full manicure. So here it is on its own, and here it is with a flash. So you can see how this looks under flashlight, but to be honest with you, I actually prefer it as a straightforward manicure where it still gives a lovely sparkle to the nail. Then we have another flaky polish. This is Win Me Over by Emily de Molly, and I learnt my lesson from the Ada's Nails polish. This time I checked how sheer this one is. It is very sheer, but it's very pretty. So I used Barry M Elderberry as a base for it, and then put 2 coats of this over the top. And this is what the finished manicure looked like. Then we have Space Glam by Essence, and I've had this polish for absolutely ages and I've never got round to wearing it. People had told me that it was very sheer and difficult to use, so it kind of put me off trying it, but putting it on my nail polish rack just inspired me, having it out there, to actually get round to trying this polish out. And again, this one did take 4 coats to get almost full opacity. You can still see the nail line there a little bit. And I really liked it at some angles, so when you get more of the pink showing up, but I didn't like how much gold you get when you've got 4 coats on your nails. So I am going to keep this one, and I've tried it over a variety of different coloured polishes to get a similar effect to when you looked at it at an angle, and that's how I plan to wear this one in the future. Next we have Earthen by Cirque Colours, and I absolutely love this polish. I really didn't want to take it off my nails. I'd have happily reapplied it again. That's the sign of a good polish that is never going to be leaving my collection. It's just very pretty with that beautiful strong shimmer in it, and the scattered hollow as well. So here's what Earthen looked like on my nails. I always put some of my project polishes on my nail polish rack as well, just so that I don't forget about them. And Sinful Colours Verbena you saw earlier in this video, topped with Hello Taco's Aurora Unicorn Skin. Then we have Cuccio's A Star Is Born. This is the one that I put over the top of Zoya's Caitlin, and it looked beautiful, but unfortunately I didn't get round to taking a photograph of it. And finally we've got Holographic Moon by Barry M, and I have worn this one again. Absolutely love this polish, and here's what it looks like on the nails. So there you go, that was my spring nail polish rack. We've got our summer nail polish racks coming up in a few weeks, so if you want to see that one, why not subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.